All right, so are you ready to dive into this Nagano Lean Body Tonic thing?
Oh, yeah. Let's unpack this mystical Japanese elixir.
That's what they're calling it, right? I mean, come on.
Well,
Targets stubborn fat, accelerates fat loss, even feel younger.
yeah, it's quite the sales pitch.
Like, they just took every weight loss buzzword they could find.
And just crammed it all in there.
And they're really pushing how easy it is. Just simply mix one scoop.
And boom, transformation.
Oh, and don't forget the money-back guarantee.
Right. Gotta make you feel like you've got nothing to lose.
Except those stubborn pounds.
Exactly.
So let's get into the formula. What's in this potent elixir? They've got this whole list of ingredients.
Yeah, some more exotic than others.
Like Camu Camu.
Oh, yeah. The superfruit.
That ignites metabolism at a deeper level.
Deeper level. I mean, who wouldn't want that?
So what is Camu Camu really?
Well, it does have a lot of vitamin C and antioxidants.
So it is a superfruit.
I mean, in that sense, yeah. But
Okay.
the research on it actually helping you lose weight, it's pretty limited.
Ah. So not quite the fat-burning miracle they make it out to be.
Not necessarily, no.
And I'm guessing this pattern continues with some of their other star ingredients.
You're catching on.
Like,
EGCG.
from green tea.
Yeah. You know, they talk about it boosting metabolism and giving you energy.
Which, I mean, green tea, there is some science behind that, right?
There is, but again, the marketing, it tends to overstate the actual effects.
So they're taking a little bit of truth.
And stretching it way out.
Okay, then what about mangosteen?
Ah, yes. The tropical fruit.
That supposedly helps you lose weight because it has fiber.
Which, sure, fiber's good for you, helps you feel fit.
Keeps things moving.
But it's not a weight loss miracle on its own.
Right.
Right?
So we should be taking all these claims.
With a grain of salt.
Maybe a whole shaker.
Uh-huh. Maybe. It's important to remember the supplement industry. It's not regulated, like, pharmaceuticals.
So they can pretty much say whatever they want.
Within certain limits.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they don't need the same level of scientific proof.
Interesting. Okay. So we've got Camu EGCG Mangosteen.
Oh, we're just getting started.
There's more. Bring it on.
There's a Panax.
Panax. What's that?
It's been used in traditional medicine for ages, supposedly helps with healthy gut bacteria,
Okay.
which then leads to better metabolism, weight loss, and even, wait for it,
What?
a better sex drive.
Oh, they snuck that in there?
But they did. Very clever marketing appeal to a wider audience. And to be fair, there are some studies that suggest a link between gut bacteria and weight, but the connection between Panax gut health and weight loss, it's still pretty weak.
So not a guaranteed ticket to the bedroom.
Maybe the placebo effect will help with that.
Uh-huh. Okay, so then we have
Momordica charantia.
Momordica what now?
Momordica charantia. It's a mouthful. But this one's supposed to help convert carbs into energy.
Instead of storing them as fat.
Exactly. It sounds pretty good.
Especially for those of us who love carbs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And there is some early research on Momordica charantia. It might have some impact on blood sugar. But again, early studies, often on animals or small groups of people, not necessarily directly about weight loss.
So don't ditch the gym membership just yet.
Probably not. But wait, there's a whole other layer to this.
There's more.
The proprietary blend.
Ooh, sounds mysterious.
It is, because they don't actually tell you how much of each ingredient is in it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they list all these super antioxidants like barley grass, spinach, blueberry spirulina.
Sounds impressive.
It does, right? But we have no idea how much of each one you're actually getting.
So are they just like sprinkling a tiny bit of each one in there?
It's possible, and that's a red flag. Companies sometimes use these proprietary blends to hide the fact that they're using tiny amounts of expensive ingredients.
So we could be paying a premium for basically nothing.
It's something to think about, for sure.
Okay, well, before we completely write them off, let's see what people who've actually tried Nagano Tonic have to say. They've got a whole section of testimonials on their website.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear what the happy customers have to say.
We've got Claire from Ohio. She says she's finally seeing a real difference in her cravings and appetite.
Interesting.
She says she tried every diet in the book, nothing worked. And then she found Nagano Tonic.
I always take testimonials with a grain of salt.
Really?
Yeah.
Hi. She sounds pretty convinced.
Oh, sure, but people are way more likely to share positive experiences, especially when there's a chance they might get featured, on the website or something.
So it's like not a totally representative sample.
Right. We don't see the stories of people who tried it and nothing happened.
Or even if they had bad side effects.
Exactly. And another thing that these testimonials, they never tell you the whole story.
What do you mean?
Like, was Claire also changing her diet? Exercising more? We don't know.
So it's hard to say if it was really the tonic that made the difference?
Yep.
Okay, what about Mike from Michigan? He says he saw immediate improvement in his weight loss, and he loved the energy boost without feeling jittery.
Okay, but immediate improvement, what does that even mean?
Yeah, good point. A pound, 2 pounds.
Yeah.
Just feeling less bloated.
Who knows?
Yeah.
And again, was he doing anything else differently? We don't know.
True.
It's easy to think, oh, I started taking this and this happened, so it must be because of this.
But it's not always that simple.
Right, correlation doesn't equal causation.
Okay, then there's Hazel from Virginia. She wanted to look good for her high school reunion.
Yeah.
She says Nagano Tonic helped her stop those cravings, feel great, and get to a healthy weight.
I get it, wanting a quick fix for a big event.
Yeah. It's tempting to believe in a magic solution.
And that's exactly what these weight loss companies rely on. People wanting fast results without the effort.
So how do we, see through all the hype? How do we know what actually works?
That's the big question. First of all, be skeptical of anything that sounds too good to be true.
Like lose 10 pounds in a week.
Exactly. Sustainable weight loss. It usually involves a lot of different things. Diet, exercise, lifestyle changes.
So Nagano Tonic could be a part of it.
Sure, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's not a miracle cure.
And we should do our research right. Not just believe what the company says.
Definitely. Look for real evidence, scientific studies, articles from doctors, that kind of thing.
Not just before and after photos.
Oh, yeah. Those can be super misleading.
Yeah.
And really important. Talk to your doctor before you try any new supplement, especially if you have health issues or take medication.
Always good advice.
Always. So we've talked about being critical of these products.
Right.
But stepping back for a minute, why are we so obsessed with quick fixes in the first place?
That's a good question.
I think it's because we live in a world where we expect everything to be fast and easy.
Instant gratification.
Exactly. We want our food delivered, our entertainment on demand. And weight loss, it's become part of that. We want a quick solution. A magic pill.
But real change, it takes time, doesn't it?
It does. And that's a hard pill to swallow, pun intended. But this quick fix mindset, it sets us up for failure. It can lead to yo-yo dieting, unhealthy habits, disappointment.
So how do we shift our thinking? How do we embrace a more realistic approach?
Well, first accept that there's no magic solution. What works for one person might not work for another.
Makes sense.
It's about finding what works for you and being patient.
So instead of looking for a product to solve everything,
focus on building healthy habits.
Things you can actually keep doing long term.
Right.
Eating nutritious food.
Moving your body.
Getting enough sleep, managing stress, all that good stuff.
It's a lifestyle, not a temporary fix.
Exactly. And remember, progress isn't always a straight line.
You mean there will be setbacks?
There will be, for sure. But that doesn't mean giving up.
It's about getting back on track, learning from it.
Exactly.
This has been really eye-opening. I'm sure our listeners are learning a lot too. But before we wrap up, one last question for you. If you were designing a study to really test this Nagano Tonic.
Oh, that's interesting. A real scientific study.
Yeah, what would that look like?
Well, you'd need a big group of people, different ages, genders, body types.
Not just, super fit people in their 20s.
Right. And you'd need a control group. People who aren't taking the tonic.
So you can compare.
Exactly. And you'd measure more than just weight loss. Look at body composition, energy levels, mood. See how they feel overall.
And you'd track all this for a long time, months, to see if the results last.
That would be a really in-depth study.
It would be, but it would give us some real answers.
Okay, well, I think we've covered a lot today.
Yeah.
The ingredients in Nagano Tonic, the marketing, claims this whole idea of quick fixes in our culture. But here's a final thought for our listeners.
I see.
As you go about your day, think about this. If you were in charge of marketing Nagano Tonic, how would you do it?
Oh, that's a tough one. How do you get people excited but also be honest?
Yeah, it's like a balancing act.
It is. I think you got to focus on educating people, empowering them, not just making big promises.
So tell them about the ingredients, what they might do.
Right, but also be clear that it's not a guarantee.
That results will vary.
Exactly. And that Nagano Tonic it can be a tool, part of a bigger picture.
Not a replacement for healthy habits.
Right. And really emphasize that everyone's different.
But what works for one person
might not work for another. So encourage people to listen to their bodies, do their research, talk to their doctor.
It's about helping people make informed choices.
Yes. And build a healthy relationship with, weight loss and wellness.
Not just chasing quick fixes that don't last.
Exactly.
Well, I think we've all learned a lot today about Nagano Tonic, about the weight loss industry, about ourselves.
We have.
As always, do your own research, think for yourselves, and make the choices that are right for you.
That's the best advice. And remember,
this is a journey,
not a race.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time.
See you then.